All right, hi, this is Mark Essel, and I'm here with Vladimir Vukicevic. He's a friend of mine that we both met on ABC a while back.
That's right.
And Vlad is one of the founders.
One of the co-founders, yeah.
One of the co-founders of a brand new startup, RocketHub.
That's right.
And we're going to go into a little bit of detail about the background. So let's talk about the key people involved.
Sure.
How did they come together? Who was there?
Yeah, so there are three co-founders. Myself, of course. I met these other co-founders when I went to NYU. When we kind of all coalesced around.
So you were all college friends?
Okay. No, they're a little older than I am, but that's kind of the period of my life that I initially met them. And myself, I went to NYU first, and then I did a little bit of management consulting over the last couple of years, which was fun, and I got kind of a bird's eye view on tech and big corps, while the two of them kind of did their own thing. And then we came back together over the last few months to talk about what we could do and where kind of trends were going. And then we saw that.
Was this end of the year last year you guys hooked up?
Yeah, kind of end of the year last year we started talking, and then they launched the website first, and then I joined on board over the last couple of months. So the other co-founder is Jed Cohen. He's an actor and a singer, and it's interesting.
Perfect for startups.
Perfect for startups.
You're the face man.
That's right. And he his kind of claim to fame is he was in Home Alone and Home Alone 2. He was one of the McAllister kids.
Nice.
And then the other co-founder is Brian Leese, and he's a singer-songwriter and also a filmmaker as well.
Wow.
So
two super creative guys.
Two super creative guys, and I'm kind of more of the businessy / techie guy. So, but I do write my own blog, and I do like to write about kind of other things,
which I enjoy quite often.
Screenplays, nonfiction, fiction stuff. So I think the really kind of the wonder of RocketHub is that our team is very diverse. It comes from different creative elements, and bringing this together kind of helps us build this community for creatives themselves.
All right, well, this leads perfectly into the next question I was going to ask you, which is what makes RocketHub stand out?
Sure.
Why would people go to RocketHub?
Yeah. RocketHub is an open grassroots crowdfunding platform. That means that we enable creatives, and we define that term pretty broadly. So musicians, filmmakers, entrepreneurs, innovators, researchers.
Wow. Authors, they can write books.
Authors can write books.
What if I wanted to make a new type of moonshine? Could I use RocketHub?
You can.
Wow.
Even talking to our friend Dave Pinson as well, he's thinking about doing a due diligence trip to Australia.
Oh, that's right. It's going to cost him an arm and a leg.
Exactly, it would cost him an arm and a leg, but if he can crowdfund it and use both his immediate network and kind of his extended network, which is the premise of the site, then he could crowdfund it. And what sets the site apart from different kind of crowdfunding sites that have been around in the past is that it's neither a charity nor an investment. It's somewhere in between. And we're calling this kind of this cool middle ground. We're calling it the new creative economy.
So now this is awesome because I'm all into like virtual currencies and attention-based stuff and information filtering. And you know my background. I'm kind of far out there, but you guys are like you're trying to gather how much. What's the financial level that's good for there? Right?
Sure. I mean,
it's creative stuff, so it's not going to be like $1 million. Right?
No. I mean, so far what we've seen is kind of the sweet spot is really kind of that couple $1,000 range, so $3,000 to $5,000.
So people have been successful at that level.
Exactly. We even crowdfunded our launch party recently, just to kind of get our skin in the game and really get going.
Awesome.
We have a composer who recently he shot for $700, and he's already over that. He's at $1,000 or so.
Nice.
So
you're getting a lot of happy creatives.
Exactly.
They're bringing a lot of happy community people. So you've got this back and forth, this little mojo.
Absolutely. It's much more than just about the funds. It's about the community that's built on this premise that giving a certain amount of funds through creative, you get not only a reward like a CD or a ticket in return, but you get this emotional engagement. You get this connection with the creative that you might have not had otherwise, and we enable this kind of beautiful thing to manifest itself.
Do you guys keep track of the people that support the creatives? Like, what if I supported like 10 different creatives? Would I get some sort of virtual score, or how do you keep track of that?
Thank you. That's a great question. I think we want to make crowdfunding as fun as possible, and we wanted to make it as engaging as possible. So what we've done recently is we rolled out a new badge system to reward the fuelers. That's what we call the people.
Oh, right, the fuelers. I've gone through this site.
Who fuel the creatives.
Yeah.
And we started implementing this badge system, and it's really kind of started to take off. People want these badges. They want kind of the Mach 1 badges for fueling one project. Right. And then there's the Supernova badge, which is for fueling a project that is gone, has hit 100% already. So you're kind of going above and beyond with this project. We just want to recognize the people who give, and we want to give them a little bit of a kind of a social status within the community.
Yeah, you're definitely tapping into some need, right?
Yes.
You're supplying this kind of connection between the artist and the creative.
Exactly.
Where they could do it on their own, but you already have this. You've set up the entire system.
Right.
So a creative doesn't have to worry about the background, details. Oh, how do I gather the money? Can I take credit cards, PayPal?
Right.
How does it work? And a fueler can put in $100, $10, $20, and then give a what's the smallest increment of a rocket fuel?
The smallest amount is really $1, but we built this cool virtual currency system in the background. So each dollar buys you one credit or 1 liter of rocket fuel, and you could buy a larger chunk. So you could use one transaction to fund a lot of different creatives. So it makes it really easy for creators to receive money, and it makes it easy for fuelers to give to multiple different projects.
See, now I have a much better idea about the background. I've read the web page, but I hadn't really thought about it in that direction before.
Yeah.
One of the problems that I've seen with the web is that we're so reliant on advertising that unless the content is specifically geared to get people to make a transaction, it's not supported, and it becomes secondary. Right. So what you guys are doing is you're really getting content, not just artistic, music, whatever, but you can get web content, and you can get it fueled by a system where people support it. It's an easy way to set it up.
Definitely.
Or just get started, right? They can start a RocketHub and then go somewhere else.
And that's the beauty. We're an open platform, so we invite everyone to try. And naturally, the beauty of crowdfunding is that those people who really put their effort into it and who make their project page and their project compelling will be able to raise the funds. So in essence, the cream will rise to the top, and people who are most deserving and most kind of outgoing will be able to reach their goals.
Are you going to help people that aren't super social but are still creative?
We're trying.
Okay.
That's the premise of our blog and the premise of some of our virtual forums that we've set up.
Maybe try to have some of the creatives help other creatives if they know
exactly
they've been down that road before.
The goal is to have this community where the successful creatives eventually start supporting the newcomers and the ones that might not totally understand the system yet, but eventually will blossom themselves as well.